Welcome back to Challenge Dubai. My name is Bob Babbitt, and I'm with the beautiful Jodie Swallow. Jodie, how the heck are you?
I'm really good, yeah. I'm obviously nervous to start the year off again. Not that I had a major break after 2014, but you know, it's exciting. There's such great people here and good friends, so it's nice to catch up and nice to like race them as well. And yeah, another year coming.
Now, you've raced a couple times already this year?
Just once, 70.3 South Africa.
And you killed it?
Yeah, well, you know, it's different. The level of the field is, you know, I should have won that race. So it was a pressure going into that I should win it, and I did win it. But
and how many times you won that now?
5. Yeah.
5.
Yeah, well, it's hard because next time I go back, I have to win it 6 times. It never stops.
So it's like if you go into a race like this where it's a who's who of the women in triathlon. Yeah. There's pressure because you want to be competitive. You want to potentially beat them. If you go to a race where it's just you, there's pressure there too. Which do you prefer?
I prefer racing other people, to be honest.
Yeah.
I come off well in most of the races with high-level fields.
Yes, you do.
And I feel quite comfortable because I like most of these people. So I like having them around me, sharing a little bit of the pressure and a little bit of the expectation as well. I think there's other people that are headlined at this event other than me, and it takes a lot of the strain off. So
last October, 4th in Kona, and I know that had a drafting penalty. And one of the things that frustrates me is I see a lot of you're a great cyclist. Jan Frodeno's a great cyclist. It seems like a lot of the time the better cyclists are ending up getting penalties in these races. Is that frustrating? Well,
I think I'm at the top of the field. I was leading the race when I got a penalty, so I think you always have a referee next to you looking for mistakes. And necessarily that isn't what's happening in the back of the field or on the midfield. So yeah, a bad judgment on maybe my part, possibly her part.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's something that I had to react to and be mature about, and I came off with 4th place, had to ride through the field. It's hard when you lose 4 minutes when you were leading, but there you go.
But that's the thing, is all those things are a little bit of a test, right? You find out where, not just where you stand, but also how you react to adversity in the heat of competition.
Well, that's what sport's about. It's about challenging yourself. You know I can swim, bike, run. I'm not so sure I can hold my temper. So I had to. That's taught me how to do that in another scenario later on in life, I think. So although these lessons are hard at the time, I think they teach you a lot about yourself. And I think they're the things that, you know, you can develop into things later on.
So when you look back at your career, and you're an Olympian back in 2004, you've been doing the sport for a long time now. What was your best race? Was there one race where you just felt that's the best day I've ever had?
I think the best day I ever had was at 70.3 Worlds last year, 2014. I came away 2nd.
Yes.
But, you know, I won it in 2010.
Right.
People would say that's a better result, but it wasn't as good a field. So,
so that meant more to you.
It meant a lot to me. It was a return to the podium at a World Champs, which I needed. And I was in a really happy place in my personal life, which I wasn't in 2010. So, yeah, really enjoyed it, and I got the best out of myself on the day, which is all you can do when it comes down to it.
I remember watching a documentary on Chrissy Evert, the tennis player, and she talked about how her performances were so tied to her personal life. Like when she was really happy in a relationship, she competed well, right?
Yeah.
And when things were sort of struggling, when she was struggling there, she was struggling, wasn't motivated to train, wasn't motivated in competition. Do you find that?
There's 2 ways to look at it. I think I was very upset and angry at one point in my career, and I raced very well off that.
So you can look at a slight, or you were left off a team or something, and use that as power.
Yeah, a breakup or anything like that. However, it has a time. Yeah, it's a short-term fix, and it's not a very nice way to live, really.
Right.
So then you have to develop a side where when you're happy you perform, and I developed that last year, and I'm really glad because I was getting fed up of being worried and stressed and angry and you know, disappointed and putting so much pressure on myself. So it's nice to actually go in and enjoy these things.
So are you enjoying this more? Are you able to go, gosh, I'm in a really cool part of the world, this is a beautiful place, rather than it's another hotel room, it's another getting up at 3 in the morning to get ready for a race?
I have my moments. I have my moments of doubt. whether I want to carry on or how much longer I can do this for. But when you're staying in a 5-star hotel with your boyfriend and there's a beach outside and you've got these fabulous people around you and your friends that you're racing against, those moments kind of disperse, and mostly the happiness comes through.
What's interesting is when I look at this sport compared to something like cycling, usually there's so much psychological stuff that happens with bike racing and you know, people sitting in, and this sport, it seems that the best person wins usually. Right, in the non-drafting format. Is that something that appeals to you, the fact that you know on race day, if you do your thing, that you will reap the rewards? Yeah,
that's pretty much what happens. You know that you have freak races where that doesn't happen, but in general, and certainly at these races, this 20-meter draft zone, it's perfect. You prepare, you do your best on race day, and you come away with a result that's reflective of that. And that's got a certain certainty to it. You know, whether you're unfit and you race and you don't do very well, or you are fit and you race and you do very well, it's definite. And I think that athletes seek definite results and work, and we're okay with bad results if we didn't work for them.
So on Friday they're talking that could be really big wind, and it's a 20-meter draft zone. To me, that seems like that's good for you.
Yeah, I think it's good for a lot of girls in the field, though.
That's true too. It's good for Daniela. It's good for you. These hard races really do favour me. They take a bit of the speed off people. I'm not such a speedy person anymore. But you have to be strong endurance type, and that does. But this sport attracts strong endurance types, so you know it favours a lot of people. Wind, hills, heat. This has got everything except hills, I guess. It'll just be frantic out there, and it's nerve-wracking and challenging, but really exciting. Now, since you've been in the sport for so long, obviously the sport's changed from a perspective. It used to be like a 6-7 month sport, and after Hawaii, things sort of slowed down. Now it's really a 12-month sport, and there's good prize money races all over the world every month of the year. For you, how does it change your approach to the sport?
I like to race all the time, all year round. I think that it is still a minority sport, and we have to make the most of it while we are racing well.
Right.
I would like to see like a Grand Prix type series kind of thing, where the majors, like in the tennis, Formula One Grand Prix kind of thing, where you know we've got great opportunity in like 4 or 5 competitions to excel, not just down to one world championships. It's kind of going that way, but it's more on a money level than an actual world championship level at the moment. So I'd like to see it go that way, and if it does that, we'll just take off, I think.
So dollar-wise, this is a Triple Crown event, right? There's 3 events, and someone could walk away with $1 million. And even if you don't, if somebody took 2nd and 3rd, and you took 3rd in Bahrain, 3 paychecks like that are pretty good.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, the $1 million is a bonus, and it's a very hard bonus to achieve.
Right.
If you do it, I think you deserve $1 million.
Exactly.
But these races are, a major step up in terms of coverage and in terms of money for professional triathletes, which, haven't been paid that much before. So if you can perform, I'll be coming back to the Middle East, whether I win this race or not.
And especially the fact that, air, hotel, food. You sort of come in, I mentioned that to James, it's almost like you're playing with house money a little bit, because you don't have the expenses to get there and feel like I have to take 3rd just to get my money back. Yeah,
I think more so you feel a little bit valued, and I think that's important for people that are at the top of what they're doing.
Yes.
Sometimes there's a little bit of resentment builds if you don't feel that valued.
Yeah.
But certainly the hospitality we get here makes us feel valued, if a little bit spoiled. You taste the good life, and you want to perform to, so that happens again, but also to deserve what we're given here. And we really appreciate what challenge and what the Triple Crown has presented for us. And, it doesn't happen every day, and it can't be scoffed at. And we go on about it. I know all the pros are praising it and everything else, but we're really chuffed.
What is your season going to look like? Will it be another gearing up for Kona?
Yeah, I'll do Ironman South Africa in 4 weeks' time to qualify.
Nice.
To qualify for that one, and then I'll head back to see my sister's newborn baby,
nice.
Which I've missed. And then these Triple Crown events are also major focuses, along with World 70.3 champs.
Busy season.
Yeah, it is a busy season, but I do well kind of having multiple goals. I feel pressure quite heavily on one event, and you can get ill or have a puncture. in professional triathletes. So I keep my I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I keep my options open, and I enjoy it that way. And I think I tend to race better that way too.
Love it. Jodie, thanks so much for always being such a class act. It's always fun to chat with you.
Thank you.
All right, Jodie Swallow has been our guest again. This is Challenge Dubai, and my name is Bob Babbitt. Hold on. We'll be right back.